Hello, boys and girls of Bridges Academy. This is Miss Jung. Happy Draw With Me Wednesday. Today we'll be working on learning how to draw Baby Yoda. This lesson comes from Art Projects for Kids, which you can find on the website artprojectsforkids.org, and it's a lesson created by Kathy Barbaro. How many of you guys have watched The Mandalorian? I just finished watching the series last week and I totally understand the hype of Baby Yoda. He was so cute. And so today we are going to learn how to draw Baby Yoda from the Mandalorian series. You can follow along and figure out how to draw this very cute and very popular character. Say, "Hi, Baby Yoda." What you will need is a piece of paper and a pencil and markers or crayon, whatever you'd like to use to color or you have available at home. Here are the step-by-step directions. First thing, take your paper and fold it in half and then half again so that you have 4 quadrants. That will be helpful in following the directions and evening out the different shapes that you will be using in order to draw Baby Yoda. Step 1 is drawing a curved head shape. You may start with the bottom part of the neck and then draw a curve that's about even in both quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. Looks like a piece of dough. Welcome to drawing Baby Yoda. First, take your white paper and fold it in half. And then fold it in half again. So you have your 4 quadrants. Step 1, draw a curved head shape. So you're gonna, the bottom line is gonna go, just graze that corner. And then you're going to draw a round curved line for the top of Baby Yoda's head. Step 2, you are going to draw 2 symmetrical ears. Symmetrical meaning the same or as close to being the same as possible. So probably about halfway from the top, take your pencil and draw a curved, slightly curved line with about a finger mark to the end, and then bring it back to the bottom of the head and do the same thing on the other side. Step 2, draw 2 symmetrical ears. So about, if you're thinking about 3 parts, about a third of the way, you can draw a curved line out almost to the edge of the paper and then swoop it down till just below, about a finger's length below or above the line. And then same thing on the other side. And it's symmetrical, which means you're going to try to make it as similar or the same as possible. So same thing, about here, I'm going to swoop it out and then bring it back in roughly about here. So Step 3, you are going to add the ear lines. That means taking from the corner of the ear, drawing a slight S curve down to about a third of the way down the head inside the ear. Same thing on the other side, going from the corner, a slight S curve down to about a third of the ear. Also, plan out the eyes with 4 dots. So put 2 dots together about an inch from the center mark on each side of the quadrant line, and then another dot about an inch and a half from the left and on about an inch and a half from the right. And that'll help you guide, that'll serve as a guide for you to draw the eyes. Step 3, add the ear lines and plan the eyes with 4 dots. So the ear lines, you're going to take from the corner of the ear and drawing a slight S curve about a third of the way of the ear. Same thing on the other side. A slight S curve, that means you go swoop down a little bit and then up. And there you have his ears. The eye dots are about 1 knuckle above from the bottom of his face. You can draw 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and then about 1 finger length from the side, slightly lower. Same thing on the other side. Now you have your eye dots. Step 4. Now you're going to connect the dots to draw the eyes. So from that first line, you do a round curved line on the top and a slightly curved line on the bottom. Same thing on the other side, a bigger round curved line on the top and a slightly round curved line on the bottom. And then go ahead and draw a circle for the eyes on the inside. Step 4, connect the dots and draw the eyes. So make a big swoop above the top on both sides, and then a thinner curved line on the bottom, and then if you'd like, you can stretch out, make a little corner for the eyes to make it a little bit more angular shape, like it looks like people's eyes. People's eyes or just eyes in general have like a little angle on the corner, a little more almond shaped, I guess you would say. Okay, and then go ahead and draw the eyeball inside. Okay. Oop, one's a little bit bigger. Doesn't have to be exactly the same because nobody really has the same symmetrical face on both sides, but that's a little bit better. Step 5. You can add the circles for the highlights inside the interior eyeball and draw the eye lines. So it's 2 curved lines above each eye, one that's a little bit longer on the bottom and one that's a little bit shorter on the top. The other thing you can do is here extend out the eyes to make a little corner or a little triangular shape on both the interior and the exterior of the eye, both on the inside and on the outside. And that'll make the eyes look a little more natural in its more almond shape. Step 5. Add circles for highlights and eye lines. So Baby Yoda is looking off in that direction to the left. So you can draw a little circle in the top left corner of his eye on both eyes. And then go ahead and erase that line on the inside. And that's important only because you'll be keeping that part white when you color it in later. And then draw 2 curved lines above the eye, one longer one, and then a shorter one. Same thing, one longer one, and then a shorter one. Step 6. Now you're going to finish the face with a mouth, nose, and eyebrows. So the mouth is a slight curve downwards. The nose is a lot shorter, but also both are in the center of the face. And then put in 2 eyebrow lines that go down or concave. Step 6. You're going to finish the face with a mouth. Baby Yoda is not seemingly sad, but he often has like a face in the show, The Mandalorian. So, but you can make him smiling if you'd like. And then here are his eyebrows. Step 7. Now you're going to draw the large collar and the robe under the head. This is going to be serving as Yoda's clothes. And so think about where the head meets the ears on both sides. and draw a curved line that goes halfway above the quadrant line and then halfway below. Same thing on the other side, except that your left side will be slightly longer. And then you'll draw the bottom of the collar by swooping a curved line just past the middle line here. And then connecting that with a line from under the head. And then with your line on the right side, draw a curved line that's just slightly above the corner of the collar from the left. After you've done that, take about an inch from the right and an inch from the left and draw a curved line that goes downwards about an inch from the bottom of your paper, and then connect the two sides together and you'll have the bottom of the robe. And then you can add your detailing of the robe and the waves by adding one long curved line and a shorter line to give the robe a little bit of texture. Step 7. Now you're going to draw a large collar and the robe below the head. So this is Yoda's clothes. So the first, the collar that goes out slightly from where his ears meet his neck. And then the left collar is going to swoop down below and go just past the center line, and then you can connect it down. And then the right collar is a little bit higher, and you connect it so that's slightly above the left collar to show the layers. Then you can draw the robe, which is about, I would say about 1 to 2 fingers, depending on how wide your fingers are. It's going to go down, swoop out a little bit. Same thing on the other side. And then you can connect the two sides. Oops. And you want to leave a little space at the bottom. And then to draw some layers and texture in the robe, you can draw a few lines, a long one and a short one on one side, a short one and a long one on the other. Step 8, now you're going to add the arms and the horizon line. So the reason why you had that space in the previous step is so that you can now add your arms for Baby Yoda, which means it's about an inch line from the right and then curving it and meeting the robe. And then you're drawing another shorter, more rectangular shape underneath, and then adding a curved line to meet the robe with a little line underneath, and that'll make Baby Yoda's hands on the right side. Same thing on the left, about an inch down, and then meet it at the robe, and then a little more rectangular shape underneath, and then a curved line with a small straight line to make the hand or the fingers. Once you've done that, you can draw a horizon line, and that serves as where the land meets the sky. And you can do it slightly underneath the midway point of your paper and just draw a curved line that meets the robe, and then same thing on the other side. And so that you can have a difference between the air and the land. Step 8, you're going to add his arms and the horizon line. So the arms are where that space you had on the two sides. You're going to extend out and curve it. And that's his arm sleeve. And then this is a little bit of a rectangular shape, is the cuff of the shirt or his robe. Same thing on the other side. You want to make it about even. And then the cuff, slightly wider and rectangular shape. And then his hands is a curved line with a little line for his fingers. Same thing on the other side. A curved line with a little hand line for his fingers. And then the horizon line goes just underneath your middle line across the horizon. And it's just a way to show that he's standing somewhere on land and to show the difference between the land and the sky or the air. So now you have two different parts, and so it shows the foreground, which is where Baby Yoda is, and then the background, which is the land and the air. Step 9, trace your drawing with a marker or a dark pen or crayon, and then go ahead and color it the way you'd like to color Baby Yoda. Yoda tends to be green, a lighter green color in all of the Star Wars movies and shows, but your Yoda could be any color you want. Make sure that the interior of the ear might be a contrasting color. And then one thing that was slightly tricky for me, don't forget that the hands are gonna match his skin color. And then the eyes, that little tiny dot is what's supposed to stay white. And then he's got brown and black on the inside. So I mixed up my colors when I was practicing. So just wanted to give you a heads up. And then you can color the sky one color, which is above Baby Yoda, above the horizon line, and then the ground or the land a different color. And that is how you draw Baby Yoda. I look forward to seeing all of your drawings. Please be sure to send me a copy by texting a photo or emailing it to your teacher or through talking points. Can't wait to see all of your various Baby Yodas. Have a great day, Bridges Academy students.